What's up, everyone? Sean here, and today I'm gonna make a journal, or audio journal rather, about what's been happening in my life recently. While at that, I'm gonna have some random Black Ops 2 gameplay. First off, I hope everyone is having a good March Madness, and hopefully no college final or big test or anything like that isn't overwhelming you or anything like that. I recently finished mine, and I'm just so happy to complete those finals, especially one for my Spanish class. Yeah, I've been taking a Spanish class to learn the basics of Spanish because a lot of my friends speak it, and so I thought I took the opportunity to learn some, right? I actually looked forward to like learning the language, of course, but like the one thing that was holding me back from saying it's a great class is the professor. And this professor is, oh man, he is quite the something. Like, I had some weird professors in my day, like during my days in college, but this guy, oh my gosh, he was just all over the place. And basically in short word, like he tried to do something new, like to help students learn, and it didn't totally work at all, pretty much. And we had to learn on our own, and I couldn't learn fully learn a lot of the basics of Spanish, like the verbs and the AR, the verbs that end with the AR, and the one with the stem changing verbs or something like that. Just basically I couldn't learn a lot of the basic stuff. He tried to do something new. I mean, I'll give him that, but oh my gosh, like there was a lot of awkward moments in that class. And but luckily the people, my classmates, were just awesome. They are like the funniest, the funniest bunch I've met in the in this winter quarter, pretty much. And I made some good friends in there, and we like stick together like we were like family. We stick together to get through all the weird stuff that the professor did. And like trust me, there was a lot of weird stuff. And yeah, I've been there for at least 5 years now, and yeah, this is by far, I can say, pretty much the worst class I have ever had in my life. And come on, of all things, it had to be Spanish. Like, I thought my political science class was really bad because I'll get into more of that maybe later in another journal. But anyways, despite that, I think I did okay on my final, on the Spanish final. I had two more finals for my other classes. One was for a graphic communications class, and that class was where I realized what I want to do now for my career. And basically, I want to be a graphic communications major instead of being a auto technician. Auto technician was my current major, but now I've left that, and I'm going to pursue a career in graphic communications. I do a lot of art. It's pretty much my strongest hobby, and other than my passion for like being a car enthusiast. I love cars, but as much as I do, like, art is just it's such a stronger hobby for me, and I do it more times over. And the reason why I haven't done anything for like art major classes, because I don't know, like it's different from doing it for a hobby than doing it for a career. I don't know, it's just different. I can't really explain it in a short word, but basically, like, you can't do your own work without making a lot of money. Like, in case you're like working for a company. Let's say you're working for a video gaming company, and you're hired to do these character designs, and well, they're not your characters, you know, like you're drawing these characters that other people came up in concept. You know, basically, it's not your work, kind of. So that's why I kind of wanted to take another angle of when it comes to art, I guess, and that's graphic communications. It's more towards like business. Basically, like you deal with more business stuff, but at the same time, you're dealing with graphics too. So that's that's kind of like my thing too. So that's why I'm gonna stick with it. My other final was for a sociology class, and that was focusing on like history of violence. And it's just like, like, oh, why do people do this? Why do people do that? In basic terms. I fell asleep a lot in that class, but it's just like a typical college class. You fall asleep, but you just try to study through the material that the professor gives you online, and you study through it. You go do the tests, have a writing assignment, and you do another test, and then the final. Strangely enough, I think I did the final like the best out of all the exams. Like I did pretty kind of bad. Like I didn't take that class super seriously because of my other classes. I focused on more of graphic communications because we did a project, and we stuck with that project for the entire quarter, and it was such a fun thing. I was having fun. But yeah, and for Spanish, I had to learn Spanish on my own, which was really hard. And that's why I couldn't just have myself focus on sociology as well. But basically, I just barely did enough to, I guess, pass the class. Hopefully, the professor takes points, adds points for attending the class, like just showing up to the class already. So I mean, like, it's easy point. So how can you screw that up? I mean, unless you're that bad of a procrastinator. But so that was finals for me. I'm currently on my spring break, so I mean, and that's a nice little segue, because I want to talk to you guys about some video gaming stuff and what's gonna come up on this channel. And also, there's a little news I like to mention about Black Ops 2. First off, previously I made a video about me complaining about the online experience of Black Ops 2, how it's been ignored and blah blah blah. You could go check out that video. I'll put the link in the description. Anyways, during the recent patch, they did not announce this little bit, but a lot of people have been saying that the online experience hasn't patched, and I was a little skeptical on that. Like, really, like they finally, paid attention to the online experience. Like they finally saw all the complaints, and I checked it out myself. I played a little bit, and actually, I felt something different about that online experience. Like, it was a lot easy. Like, for example, it was a lot easier to get double kills, unlike previous experiences. Like, you just barely made it out of that gunfire, with multiple enemies in your sight. But I recently just played it. Actually, I played it a few hours ago, and actually, it does have some differences in a good way, but it's still not perfect. But at least they're trying. So I'll be a little lenient on them, and maybe, I don't know, I might revise what I've said before. But the fact that they ignored it like that really bugs me. So it's still like really undecided for me. Moving on. I want to talk about my review videos of how they work. There's going to be some changes because and I bring that up because I pre-ordered a game called Bioshock Infinite and I'm gonna do a review on that. But I want to you know, make sure that people, you know, the people who watch them, you know, get to hear this. And what that news is that the review videos are gonna have some changes, like for example, I always mention the graphics first, you know, in the beginning of my review, and you know that, you know, I guess it's fine in a way, but you know, like in the end, I realize it's kind of a little awkward. Like you have to introduce the game first. So what I'm gonna do is introduce the plot of the game, then talk about the graphics, because that is it's the first thing you see is you know, what's in front of you, the graphics, and then the sound, and then the gameplay. And another thing about my reviews is that I also want to revise my scoring system. It's still going to be a 10-point system, but basically I want to have it where 5 is going to be like the standard, like average score for a game. I don't want people to confuse it with how, you know, teachers grade your papers, for example. Like if you're given like a 7 out of 10, that's a 70%, and that's like basically a low C, which is frowned upon at school. So I don't want that to be confused with my scoring system. Again, 5 will be the middle, like average game, standard, you know, nothing special, but nothing bad. So I thought that was a good thing to throw out there. And, you know, and it's basically gonna be a new and improved, I guess you can say, for my review videos. So I'm just giving you a little heads up, and thought I should have thrown that out there. And speaking of Bioshock, yes, I made a purchase of Bioshock Infinite, and with that, I'm hoping that I'm gonna do a Let's Play like series on that game with my friend Curtis, as you've known him from other videos recently on, you know, all the Black Ops 2 videos that we've done. Hopefully I'm going to do is go through the campaign and then give my impressions on it, and maybe Curtis will maybe give his impression on it too, based on what he has seen. In addition to that, a while back I bought Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage for the PS3, and it's, you know, it's an old, sort of an old PS3 game, and you know, the price was pretty low, so I thought I took a chance to buy that game, because I'm a huge fan of the manga series and the anime and stuff like that. And so with that, I want to do a Let's Play of that as well, along with the Bioshock Infinite. So that's what's coming up for my channel. Alright, so that's it for me. I'm gonna go enjoy my spring break, and I hope you guys are on your spring break as well, or at least it's just you know, coming up. And you know, good luck on your exams, tests, finals, you know, or whatever ordeal you have to deal with before you go on your spring break. So hope you guys do well on that. And thank you guys for watching. You know, be sure to give me that thumbs up. And if you have any, you know, anything to share, you know, like opinions or maybe a story perhaps, drop it down in the comments. And thank you guys for watching. Sean out.